Hey everybody, it's another night of Spirit Guides After Dark. Jenna is off at a retreat right now, so it will be me tonight and my spirit guides, your spirit guides, the ascended masters and the archangels, and feel free to put your questions in if you have questions about spirituality, sexuality, your love life, any questions pertaining to that, any questions about recovering from sexual trauma. This After Dark is a branch off from the Erotic Spirit Podcast, uh, which is our awesome podcast that Jenna and I have. Yay, there it is. I'm running the tech tonight too. It's interesting to do both. Um, so if you'd like to tune in, our newest episode is out today. It's all about why we stay in relationships that aren't necessarily good for us. Tonight, let's just tune in. Let's take a big, deep breath and let it out. Angels and archangels, thank you for blessing and being with us. Thank you for holding and protecting this space. Beloved Ascended Masters, thank you for taking the time to be with us and overseeing this session tonight. My beloved guides and angels, especially those in charge of dream interpretation, thank you for blessing and being with us. Everyone's guides and angels who are here watching tonight, thank you for blessing and being with us. Everybody take one more big deep breath. And take one more. So we call that setting the container. It's grounding into this moment. It's inviting spirit in. Spirit, whether it be your spirit guides, ascended masters, angels, you got to invite them in because your life is your masterpiece and they will not put a toe in unless you invite because they're so respectful. They are so respectful of your beautiful life and how you are creating it. So if you want them to be there, ask them to come in. 3 deep breaths. Fantastic for anything. Decreasing stress, tuning into your spirit guides, sharpening your intuition, starting a big project, starting your prayers. Taking 3 deep breaths puts your mind into an altered state, a very good altered state. So we always start with 3 big deep breaths. So tonight, by popular demand, we're going to talk about sex and dreams. If you have questions that are not pertaining to sex and dreams, that's okay. Feel free to send it. And let me be sure I know how to see the chat. All right, we're good. Okay. There we go. Okay, very good. Again, I'm running the tech tonight too, so it's interesting. So we're going to talk about sex and dreams and just different facets of it. One of the questions that comes to me a lot is, why do I have dreams about having sex with inappropriate people? So, first of all, in dreams, every part of the dream is a part of you. So, the ground, the sky, the people, everything is an aspect of you. The house you're in, the building you're in, all of it, the colors. So, when you're dreaming, it's important to look at all of it with compassion, to look at all of it with acceptance. Even if it's something that totally weirds you out or offends you, take a deep breath and go, wow, that's interesting. It's a great way to go into a place of being the neutral observer. So when we are having sex dreams, it doesn't necessarily mean that we are desiring the person that we are having sex with. So, for example, having a dream where you're you're having sex with like your elementary school principal. That actually happened to one of my clients and totally weirded her out because her principal was a nun. um, one of my principal was a nun too, but so sex in dreams can also mean blending with a certain aspect of yourself. Sex can mean coming together and bringing melding with those parts of yourself. So when you have a dream about sex with an inappropriate person, look at the qualities of that person. What are they like? So for example, this person that she had sex with, this principal, she was a nun. The qualities of a nun, they're chaste, they are holy, they pray, they're devout, they are spiritual. So I asked her how she felt when she was in the dream. And she said, I felt really comfortable. It felt really good until I woke up and thought about the dream. She goes, I felt at peace. I felt at home. Uh, Also, this principal was a woman, and my friend is heterosexual. So that also freaked her out a little bit. I said, that's awesome. Her subconscious, her higher self was showing her that she was accepting and blending her sexuality with her spiritual side. She was bringing more spirit into her sexual life and blending it well. She was coming apart of her sexuality and her spirituality together where there was a rift before. Especially Catholic background. She had Catholic background. It showed that she was making peace with her Catholic background and her sexuality. So another example of really hard and inappropriate dreams, like having sex with someone who is underage or with someone else's kid that you know. Again, that doesn't mean you're turning into a pedophile. It can mean that you are, again, look at the qualities of the your partner in the dream. If it's someone who is childlike or a child, it's what are the qualities of a child? They are pure. They are innocent. They are loving, playful, full of laughter, uh, ready for anything, open hearts, open minds, very malleable, very changeable. So looking at those qualities, if you had a dream like that, it's your sexuality is coming into a time of purity, looking into being more lighthearted and laughing, not taking things so serious, reclaiming your innocence. Children are all about innocence, reclaiming your innocence, which is possible. I can go on the soapbox about innocence. Innocence is not something that can be taken away from us. It is our openness and joy and willingness to just experience life with an open heart and an open mind. And it's totally recoverable. So let's look at other questions here. If anybody's had any weird dreams and you want to share, please feel free to do so. There we go. Oh, let's see what spirit has anything to say. So I'm tuning into my spiritual guides right now. Ooh, and ascended masters. Ascended masters are people like Jesus, Mother Mary. So I have Jesus and his posse coming through. He's coming through as part of a group. His message is look at yourself with compassion, regardless of what's going on. He says, always compassion first. Judge yourself harshly, uh, even when it's your dreams. Love is always the answer. And your dreams are an aspect of each part of you, worthy of your love, time, and acceptance. So he's given me a nudge to remind people again, your dreams are a part of you, every piece of it. So loving every piece of it is important. Not only that, it's you talking to yourself. It's your subconscious mind talking to your conscious. Your conscious mind is like 10% of your entire mind. So this is you getting up every day, going to work, living life. 10%. The other 90% is your subconscious and unconscious mind, which is harder for us to access. You can do it from meditation, you can do it through hypnosis, and you can do it through dreams. Dreams are a natural way to access it. It knows us better than anybody else. It's a back door for spirit to get in. And so it knows you and it talks in pictures. So having your dreams and paying attention to them is one of the best life hacks you could ever have. Let's see what other things we have here. What's our next question? So, what does sex with celebrities mean? Sex with celebrities, it can mean they're just hot and you really want to have sex with them. Or it can mean, again, every part of the dream is a part of you. So if you're dreaming about having sex with Brad Pitt, if you really like him, it could just be you living out your fantasy because that's also part of what dreams do. They are a pressure release valve and they give us the freedom to live out our dreams, our fantasies. So it can also mean, again, look at the qualities of that person. Look at the qualities of that celebrity. Are they outgoing? Are they a jerk? Are they the adventure? Uh, like dreaming of Tom Cruise as Mission Impossible. What qualities does that person have? They are representing representing the qualities within yourself that you are trying to integrate or you are trying to make contact with. It also depends on how you relate to that person in your dream. Was the sex good? Was it not so good? How did it feel? Feelings are just as important as the rest of the dream. So pay attention to that. Feelings are massively important. For example, if you have a fantasy about Brad Pitt and then you have a sex dream about Brad Pitt and your feelings about it were icky, like shameful, or the sex wasn't good, or it just felt wrong, awkward, not right, that's a huge flag. That's great information. It's saying that the piece of you that you are trying to relate to, whether if it was like Tom Cruise Mission Impossible, maybe it's your sense of adventure. If it was Brad Pitt, maybe it's your sense of being sexy and suave. If the relationship or the sex was not good, it could show that you're having a hard time with it, that it feels rocky to you, that it would be good to be aware of that and look at ways of improving it. A little bit later, I will share a really neat trick on how to reprogram your unconscious, super easy, and change your dreams, especially if you're having like recurring dreams. What's another one here? Hmm. Can sex dreams tell me about the future? So, ooh, premonition dreams, future dreams were not that big a deal. They were rare up until like 5 years ago, at least in my experience. I've been interpreting dreams for over 30 years. I started when I was 14. And premonition dreams were just few and far between. I am getting more and more people coming to me that their dreams are showing them future events. So I asked Spirit about that, and I got the message that it's part of this awakening. So your ability to dream is a part of your clairvoyance. It's spirit sight. It's a way of sensing energy through your sense of vision. So dreams are a part of that. So as humanity is waking up, more people are able to communicate with each other in dreams, have future dreams, dreams of future events, meet with friends in dreams, meet with deceased loved ones, and spirit guides in dreams. I've got my spirit guides coming through. They're asking me to remind everybody, to remind you that it's really important that you take what you feel and what you dream seriously and don't discount it. Don't discount your feelings, especially if they're uncomfortable. Your dream world is just as valid as your real world. And how you treat yourself in it is just as good as how you treat yourself in your waking life. Ooh. Oh, okay. So, for example, one of the things that they're asking me to bring up are dreams in which, especially this happens with women, and this actually goes into there we go. This actually flows into this really well. Can nightmares be sex dreams in disguise? I'm sure we've all had the dream of somebody chasing us, and we can't get away, or it's like we're running through mud. There is a dream in which it's very common for women to have, in particular, to have a man who's dressed in dark clothing or is clothed in shadows, chasing them with a knife or chasing them to do them harm. That dream can represent the woman being afraid of her own sexuality. Uh, because remember, even in nightmares, every piece of that dream is a piece of us. It can be our fears made flesh. It can be how we perceive the world. And that's also important to remember. Dreams show your perception of reality, not necessarily the truth of reality. It's showing reality how you are seeing it. So if you're having dreams of something chasing you, in particular instance, men in dark clothing, especially with a knife, it's a woman being afraid of her own sexuality, or sex in general. Other nightmares can represent the sex act, but not consciously or not openly look like sex. For example, the somebody dreaming about a bull, like a bull that is raging and tied up to a tree and is tearing the tree out and ripping itself loose. And you're watching from behind the fence and it tears itself free and it runs towards you and busts the fence and chases you. Sounds like a dream about barnyards, but every part of the dream is a part of you. So if you're having dreams about bulls, horses, tigers, animals in general being caged, tied up, hurt, neglected, these are all signs of your primal drives being neglected. Which part of that is your sex dreams? And a lot of people have their sexuality crop up in their dreams because is something that we are often taught to repress. So when we repress things, go away. Nothing within us, our feelings, what we feel, our drives, like our sexuality, they don't go away. They go into hiding. And that's also what the unconscious mind is good for. We stuff stuff in it. We try to bury things. Comes up in our dreams. What's that saying? The book, Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. Yeah, they don't. They come back. They come back through our dreams. And they can come back as recurring dreams. So dreaming of a farmyard, that's often talking about those primal drives. If you dream about a zoo and the animals caged in it, that is often representing your primal drives, like your sexuality. So the more comfortable you are with your sexuality, the more blatant and sexual your dreams actually are. The more you dream about actually having, but when you are not acknowledging your sexuality or it makes you really uncomfortable, it comes up in this binary way of sex representing an animal. Bulls can represent strong sexuality, freedom and dynamic sexuality, flexible sexuality, strong power, strength and power. If you have a dream about an animal, and for example, maybe you're walking through the zoo and you're opening up all the cages in your dream, and the animals come out and they're tame, they're at peace with you, and they follow you. That's a dream saying, good job. You're now in alignment with your sexuality. If you're afraid of the animals, it can show a fear of your sexuality. If the animal is aggressive towards you, can be fear of sexuality. Something I would really, again, like to bring up, our dreams are our perception of reality, not reality itself. So if you have a dream in which that animal is being aggressive towards you, it's not that your sexuality is trying to like take you out. It's how you are viewing your sexuality and how you are demonizing it. So if you're afraid of the bull running you over, it could be you have a fear that your sexuality is overrunning you or will overrun you and you will have no control. Let me ask Spirit if there's anything else with that. Okay, so my guides and the beautiful Ascended Masters would like to remind you that each part of you is sacred. Every last piece. Your primal drives are as sacred as any other part of you. Your sexuality, your connection with the natural world, your need to compete, your need to play, your need to rest. These are all primal drives. They are all sacred. And it's important to remember that in this very modern, bustling, fast world. Okay. Whew. So they want me to bring up another example. Another example of, we were talking about sex, but they want me to talk about these other primal drives too. Other primal drives like the need for rest, the need to not just have sex, but to procreate, to have babies. That can come up in your dreams hugely. That drive to find a mate, to find a life partner. All of these are deep, instinctive, sacred drives. I really dislike it when people talk about primal drives or they talk about instincts as something less than. Primal drives are the building blocks of who our bodies are, the building blocks of our experience on this planet. It's our connection to the earth. And when we get out of balance with those drives, we get depressed, we get anxious, we feel disconnected. We spend too much time in our head and not in our body. Our thoughts spin all the time. We go into a downward thought spiral. Coming back and being present and paying attention to those primal needs, food, rest, sex, the need for companionship, the need to have a child or take care of somebody or something. Those drives can come out in different ways. For example, a nun, someone who is celibate, could have a dream about taking care of kittens or puppies or other animals. And it's showing her it's her venting her need to care for someone, to care for in that way. Or it's her sexuality coming through and showing how she's using it to take care of others. Just because you're a celibate doesn't mean you don't have sexual energy and doesn't mean you don't have a sex life. Your sexual energy, again, it doesn't go away. It's always there. So people who are in spiritual celibate vocations, they can struggle with it. Transmute it. They shift that energy into something else, creative energy. Again, a nun taking care of a bunch of kittens can show that she is showing her sexuality and converting it into care for the people around her and her creativity. Let me see if there's anything else. Nightmares. Ooh, Spirit wants me to talk about nightmares. Nightmares can be like one of your best friends, and especially when it comes to the parts of ourself, like our sexuality, that can get stuffed. Nightmares are those friends, like the really good friends that tell you the hard truth. They tell you, those are like the friends that tell you that man isn't good for you, or no, that job is not the right job for you, or those pants are terrible on you. So they show you things that you need to be aware of, even if they're not comfortable. Nightmares can be some of the most transformative dreams you could ever have. So working with them, super important. Especially if they're recurring nightmares. So recurring dreams are parts of ourselves that our subconscious mind is really trying to get our attention with. And our unconscious mind does this because whatever it's bugging us about is disrupting us. One of the things our unconscious mind wants more than anything is for us to be balanced and happy. And when we are not balanced and happy, our unconscious mind starts working on the problem 24/7 and will talk to you and make you aware of subconscious stuff that you don't know that you're doing that's running your life behind the scenes. So if you have stuffed your sexuality and you are having recurring nightmares, there's a good chance that you are having a dream about your sexuality, whether it's blatantly sexual or not. Like the man in dark chasing you with a knife, like the caged or neglect animals. Um, it's important to pay attention. And if it's recurring, it's your unconscious saying, look, this is a big deal. This is really throwing you off. Please be aware of this. The really nice thing I like about dreams is they will show you the problem. They will show you how it's affecting you, and they will show you the answer all in this dream. Even if it's like dreams where they're just disjointed fragments of pictures, totally sending messages through the pictures. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and they are. So, back to nightmares. What did you want me to talk about, Spirit, about nightmares? So nightmares are great because they allow all of our shadows to come out, to be seen, heard, and felt. Give us the opportunity to take the things in our lives like fear of sex, old trauma, pain from old trauma, emotions from old trauma, uh, aspects of ourselves like our creativity or our competitiveness or our aggression, our deepest fears. And it creates this landscape in which they become tangible and that we can feel like we're doing something about it. Hey, we have someone on the chat. There we go. Hey, Shapeshifter 1594. Thanks for joining us tonight. So when it comes to your nightmares, it's like this golden opportunity. For example, for someone that suffers from anxiety or depression, and you keep having dreams that are in dull colors, dark colors, grays, deep blues, dingy colors, in which people are treated poorly, making you feel bad about yourself. And again, remember, every part of the dream is a part of you. All parts of the dream are part of you. If you're having dreams like that, all of a sudden it's taking this thing that's invisible, hard to touch, but it's deeply felt, and it's giving it a shape. It's giving it something in which we can deal with it. It's touchable, it's tangible. And let's see, shapeshifter. Let's see what comes up. This is my hermit phase after integration and healing traumas, and it's excruciating. I should rest, but I can't. Ooh. Let's tune into your guide, shapeshifter. So the first thing they're bringing up is be aware of the substances you're putting into your body. Sugar. They're your guides. I'm asking. They're talking about sugar and they're talking about caffeine, even if it's in chocolate, affecting your body. Um, Let me see what else. Okay. Whew. So they're saying honor your rhythms. You can't rest, especially if it's in the deep of the night right now. Oh, not hermit phase. It says hanged man phase. Okay. I do not know what a hanged man phase is. You'll have to explain for me. So unless you're referring to the tarot. Uh, so let me tune back in here. So the message coming through is please be very respectful of your rhythms of your body. If you are finding yourself awake, especially in the wee hours of the morning, this is a really good time to create or journal. If you have a creative project and they're showing me like art, this is a good time to work on it, and it's going to help your pain come out through that way. Tarot imagery. Okay. Um, so they're showing you as an artist. Usually the nudge I get for people when they are processing trauma is to write or journal. And they are saying that is doable for you, but also do your art. If it's something that you've neglected or put down, or you just have like this driving urge to do it a lot, please do so. And when you are unable to rest, take the time to nurture those parts of yourself. Do your art. When you wake up at like 2 in the morning and you can't go back to sleep and you've only slept for like 3 hours, it's really important that you write or do something like that because it is unconscious pain coming up to being seen, felt, and heard. It is literally waking you up so that you will get up and do something with it. This is okay. So, tarot imagery, it's the state of suspension before the external reality aligns. I don't eat too much sugar, by the way. Good. I'm just saying what they bring up. Yeah, be aware of caffeine too. Let me see if there's anything else. So they keep showing me doing your art, doing your crafting, bust out your art. You're super exhausted. Okay, I would love to, but I'm super exhausted. Try just writing for 10, 15 minutes. Write whatever's in your head and just don't worry about punctuation, grammar, nothing. Just write. Even if it's for 10, 15 minutes, and then try going to bed again. You do drink a lot of tea though, just from the tiredness. That's understandable. But so this is the thing. If you're a sensitive person, like I can drink caffeine. If I drink a cup of coffee at 10 a.m., I will still be awake that night. It really affects me strongly. Um, the first thing that came up when you were talking about not being able to rest was the caffeine and stimulants, chemicals. So I would invite you to cut back on the caffeine, but there's parts of you trying to come out, journal, write, and do your art, create. That's perfect. 10 to 15 minutes of writing, do that sometimes, do it more. There's something about writing that takes whatever is inside you, even the energy of it, out and puts it on the page. Takes it up and out of your body. And those parts of you that are traumatized, that are having such a hard time, that don't feel seen, heard, or felt, as soon as you write about it, you've thrown it out on the page and you are seeing it, you're acknowledging it, and they know that piece of you knows it's being felt. And so it's incredibly therapeutic to do. I've stack of notebooks that I have filled up, and I keep blank ones on standby for that exact reason. I hope this helps you, Shapeshifter 1594. Let me see if there are any other messages for you. The more you take time to rest and nurture yourself right now, the faster you will come out of this phase. You are going to be uncomfortable. You are going to have low moments. And they're saying, fall back on your art, fall back on writing, but you would definitely benefit connecting with other people. And they're showing me like a group of friends, a group of people who are going through what you are going through. So, like a trauma support group for your particular type of trauma. They're also showing me like a spiritual group like Medicine Circle in your community. And this is from me, I also advise people, counselors and therapists, some of my favorite people in the world. So if you feel so inclined, I have them on speed dial. Even if I haven't needed them in a long time, they know who I am, and it's excellent backup. Let's see. The problem with me is that I lived with severe trauma all my life. I just worked myself out a few months ago after 5 years of consistent work. Good on you. Holy cow, that's great. It's way too peaceful. I've never lived without baggage. It will take getting used to. Oh, that is the truth. I totally understand. It's uncomfortable, especially if you were raised in chaos and you were raised in trauma or have gone through like horrific things. It's like being in a pool and that's the water you're used to. And moving into a more peaceful state, especially when you are attracting in more peaceful, healthy people, they can feel awkward. They can feel boring. They can feel uncomfortable. I totally understand. And I take my hat off to you and I applaud you for moving in and leaning into that discomfort, to getting used to peace, to getting used to not having a fire to put out every 5 seconds, seeing 5 other fires behind it. Again, I take my hat off to you. Well done. If you've reached the place of no baggage, just chill. This is the other thing about being in those states of limbo. They feel bad. They feel weird, especially if we've been doing and putting out fires for years and years and years. But that is a place of rest. My experience has taught me that when we are healing, we go through it in waves. It's like this huge wave of pain, or an issue comes off the shelf inside, and we work through it. And then there's this time of rest. We just get to rest. And then we feel safe. We get secure, things great. All of a sudden, another wave can come up out of nowhere. And I have clients that come to me and they're so frustrated. They say, I thought I learned that. Or I thought I dealt with all of that. I had this come up. I didn't know this was there, or this triggered me. Those moments are moments to have a good pat on the back, because it means that you have reached a place in your life in which you are safe enough, you are balanced enough, and you have enough skill and maturity and presence presence of mind to deal with what's coming up. So it's nothing, those healing coming in waves is natural. It's a natural thing. Let me see if there's anything else they want me to share. The guides want me to share on that. They're saying, take nothing for granted, even yourself. You are deserving of peace. You are deserving of having quiet moments. They will take getting used to. But they said that it is important for you to have this time with yourself. They keep showing me 10 to 15 minutes, and they're showing me like a tree and you sitting outside under the tree. Something that might help you through this, and they're ringing in my ear. Sit outside. Sit outside and 10 to 15 minutes a day just out in nature and just be there. Like, don't be looking on your phone, just like watch the birds, watch the leaves. Even if you're sitting there going, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is really boring. Just do it anyway. It's going to help your nervous system and your body regulate itself. And if you do that, it's giving your guides an opportunity to come sit and be with you and help you with your energy, help you with all of it. Let's see. I had issues of severe childhood emotional neglect, physical, emotional, psychological, and sexual abuse, even until my teens. I never had any kind of healthy relationships. I was scared of relationship. Whew. So you're moving into a time of getting comfortable being in relationships and connecting with other people. They're showing me the spiritual group again. Support group. They're showing me support group. I invite you to consider finding one because it will be a way to connect with people. I don't know if you talk to your spirit guides or not, but they keep showing me like a spiritual group. It's not necessarily a trauma support group. It's a spiritual group, like a metaphysical group. They're showing me a medicine circle. It says, because every relationship was transactional. I'm in my early 30s now and got out. Don't know how to live a normal life. Never did. Life is never normal. I have yet to meet anyone who has a normal or is living a normal life. My mom has this great plaque that she gave my brother. It's beautiful. It's this beautiful tile. It's got beautiful ironwork around it, and in gold cursive, it says, as far as anyone knows, we are a nice, normal family. And I laugh because that sums it up. I have yet to meet the normal family. Everybody's got their stuff. Everybody's got something. I would ask you to cherish where you are in life. Let's see. It's a gut feeling that this group will show up, but they haven't yet, but will. Yes. Ooh, yeah. This group will show up and come onto your radar. And again, they're showing me a medicine circle. Yeah, sitting around a fire. Really nice. So I'm being nudged. What message is coming through right now? Your experiences have shaped you to be unique and different from everyone else. And there's a reason for that. You will have a different perspective on life than anyone else, and your perspective is needed in the world. It's important for you to share your perspective. It's important to talk about how you feel and who you are now, not who you were. And they're bringing that up again. They really want to stress. Talk about who you are now and not who you were. Let me ask more what they mean about that. They're saying, remember who you are now. when you focus too much on your past, you are getting sucked into those stories again sometimes. You don't have to do that. It's okay to let it go. And you don't have to share all of that with anybody. You share as much as you want to or not. They're saying that you often tell people it's part of what defined you or has defined you in the past, this childhood, these stories. And they are lovingly telling you that that is not who you are anymore, that you have drastically changed. And instead of telling new people those stories, talk to them about what you love now, who you are now. And if that's difficult to know, start asking yourself those questions. What do I love right now? What do I have right now? What lights me up right now? Or even what weirds me out right now? Peace. Who knew? It's weirding me out right now. But focus on right now, this present moment. Ooh, shivers. Sending me shivers. Your guides, I really like them. They are saying that no longer defines you. That is a phase of your life that no longer defines you. And they are saying it with deepest pride. And they're saying it with the impression that you don't quite understand that yet, that you have outgrown that definition of yourself and you're moving into that new definition of yourself and figuring out like what you like and love with yourself now. It's going to be different than what you did in the past. It's like you're getting to know yourself again. Truly, like you're a new person and you're getting to know this new you. Let's see. Yes, absolutely. I'm a light worker. Yeah. This was the job to turn all this darkness into light. And I did. Yeah. That trauma showed me who I am. I feel like I climbed a mountain. That's exactly what it feels like. It's like you climb the mountain, you've reached the top, and it's not you climb back down, you jump off and fly. That's the feeling of it. And you didn't know you had wings and you're learning to use your wings now. That's exactly what this feeling reminds me of. Congratulations. Like my heart goes out to you. That's great. It I'm excited for the group that you're going to meet. Ooh, what time is it? Oh, 6:53. We're getting close. I have to make sure I'm not going over. Let me see if there's anything else from spirit guides. And wrapping up for tonight, this subject. They're just sending you love. Lots of love. And they say, keep going. Just keep going. Your people are out there. You're right. That group is coming. Your people are out there. All right. Let's see. Trauma and dreams. Friends, beloved guides, is there anything about trauma and dreams right now? Shapeshifter 1594, thank you for sharing yourself with us tonight. You sharing your story has helped a lot of other people. Thank you very much. The guides are talking about how nightmares, how dreams can create tangible reality for you to work out your stuff. So for example, this is the trick. If you're having a recurring dream or you're having a nightmare and it just won't leave you alone, try this trick. After you wake up, you can either write your dream down, you can record it on your own, or you can just imagine it. Just be aware of it. And then you change it. You can rewrite it. You can just imagine a new outcome. But when you change it, it's you telling your unconscious mind, thank you. I acknowledge what you're telling me, even if you don't understand it all the way. And now, with what you've told me, I want you to do this. I would like you to do this. So, for example, I'll give you an example. I'm trying to think of one of my examples. For example, if you had a dream, I used to dream about vampires a lot chasing me. Um, Vampires are also one of those demons that show up in dreams that represent sexual fear, fear of sexuality, feeling threatened by sexuality. So, if you have a dream in which you are being chased by vampires and they catch you and they won't let you out of the basement and you're trapped down there with like dead bodies, horrible dream, nasty dream, and there's zombies down there. So, and you wake up and you keep having this dream, or even if you have a nightmare like that once, you change it after you wake up. So, for example, if you'd had that nasty dream, change it. Think of a way to lovingly change it. So, for example, angels came, dressed the vampires in golden robes, made them sit down and watch the Great British Baking Show, and it turned them into happier vampires and people, and all the zombies were gathered up, and they were taken to a place where they could heal, and the basement was cleaned out, and all was right. The more fun you can make your change, the easier it is. And the more it lightens you up. I, again, remind people it is important that you remember every piece of your dream is a piece of you. And so you treat it with love and respect. I strongly discourage people from ever killing anything in their dream on purpose. For example, I didn't go to the vampires and chop all their heads. I didn't stake them. I didn't bury them alive. I didn't do horrible things to them because that's a piece of me. Even if it's my fears being shown in form, being represented by vampires, still a part of me. And I want to treat all of me with love and respect, even the parts of me that are fearful or ugly or awkward or uncomfortable. So you change the dream in that way. You do it with loving respect. If you're dreaming about Darth Vader chasing you down the stairs every night, then, put him in a tutu. Put him in a tutu and a feather duster and make him clean. Make him clean up the mess that he's created. Change your dreams. And it does wonders. So even if you don't even understand what Darth Vader represents in the dream, you saying, nope, I'm turning it around. I'm going to make it help me. This is what I want to happen. Whatever I am afraid of that feels like it's causing me harm, I'm going to turn it to my advantage. My unconscious mind, that's what I want you to do. That's what the programming you're doing for yourself when you change your dreams. So sexual dreams, if you are having a dream in which, you're having a sexual experience that's not good, or it's it's awkward or you're uncomfortable, change it. Re-envision it in a way that will make you feel good. It was awkward and uncomfortable, but I'm going to change it that I talked to my partner and talking to them made me comfortable. And then we were able to touch, and then we were able to kiss. Change it up. It's changing your internal programming when you change your dreams in that way. Let's see. Shapeshifter 1594. It says, I don't have nightmares, by the way. Not even negative thoughts anymore. That's great. That's why I feel so weird. But I get what you're saying. It's how we interpret instead of what happens to us. Yes, that's a great one to end on. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Angela Shelby. I am a channeler and a dream interpreter, uh, and a quantum touch energy healing practitioner. If you are interested in learning more about me or want to book a session with me, my website is www.angelashelby.com. Uh, Jenna will be here next week as well, and we'll hear about the retreat and how everything went. But you can also check us out on our podcast. It's the Erotic Spirit Podcast, and this is our website. We are on YouTube and all major platforms. The Erotic Spirit Podcast is all about having a safe place to talk about spirituality and sex and healing trauma, and sexual topics, because sex needs to be talked about, and especially sex in relation to spirituality. So please join us. We have a lot of fun. We cover a lot of stuff. Spirit always shows up. They're our producers. We joke. Spirits are producers. We plan the show based on what Spirit downloads to us. So please join us, and thank you. Thank you very much for being with us tonight. And we will be back next Thursday, Spirit Guides After Dark. Again, this is also a safe space to talk about sex and spirituality and trauma. And yeah, next week, 6 p.m. Thursday, Arizona time. Right now, that's the same as Pacific time. I believe that's 7 Central time and 8. No, that'll be 9 Eastern time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining us tonight. Bye-bye.